Attention, true crime community. True crime community has been infiltrated.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost.
Is compromised.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are.
True crime community has been infiltrated.
Yes, Mr. Yes, Mr. Yes.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
You work in a fucking gym, and you're 45!
I do not want any spies or snitches stuck to my chest.
I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer. What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
So that's against the rules, and you can't stick with us. Whatever. Those rules aren't real. You can't stick with us!
Do it my way.
Get ready for the shit show. Smoke them if you got them. Make sure you have your cigarettes. Make sure you have your drinks. Make sure you have all your stuff ready because it's going to be a hell of a day today. Understand me when I say people are fucking sick of this.
I need you again, so stick around. So stick around.
She told her subs and everybody to get ready for the shit show that was going to be put on today. She was well aware of it before it happened. She told you to get your cigarettes, your snacks, and your drinks.
So stick around.
Say that I wasn't including Queen B, okay? I've said that on every single live. I'm not talking about Queen B. I'm not talking about Queen B. Guess what? I was fucking talking about Queen B.
Leave the world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I go. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love.
Queen B, bring the information on Queen B. We're done with Queen B. Queen B's in my crosshairs. There's Queen B's channel. Queen B thinks she can. But Queen B is reformed. I bet you Queen B gets tricked. Queen B. Fake PI trash bag bitch is so obsessed with me.
You'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're letting close. With you, I know I belong. With that, all eyes on us. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I go. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love.
Queen B would think she could.
Anybody at Queen B show earlier.
We talked about Queen B and stuff. I didn't listen to Queen B's.
I heard Queen B. We got bailing on Salty for Queen B, and some people not the Queen B. I don't understand why anybody's afraid of her.
About Queen B over here on Queen B.
Queen B, show her face, show her face, show her face.
That's real rich coming from somebody who wears pantyhose on his face every live.
You'll always be my broken love.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been
Yo, what's happening?
Not good.
Not good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard there's been a lot going on. See, there's one little problem though.
Wow.
You know, I'm currently in litigation with this other person.
Yeah.
Heels in the air. So it's nothing I can speak on.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. And trust me, I got a lot to say.
Yeah.
I got a lot to say. But we just collected for an attorney. So and you know, since Pumpin' Dick wants to fucking try to dox out my attorney, and then her bestie wants to say I don't have one, you guys make yourselves look stupider and stupider every fucking day. Speaking of, the last time you tried this, I got a $1,500 donation, Dolly. So keep it up. All you're doing is helping me out by talking shit. So keep it up.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty shocking with the situation, though. It's absolutely fucking shocking.
Yeah. Yeah. But you got to keep in mind, too, the bag of shit went from JLR to Dolly to Penny back to Dolly.
Yeah.
Johnson had to pick it up. I've been trying to catch things here and there as it goes, but like I said, I'm still pretty far behind. So
I picked it all up.
I can tell you right now. I can tell you right fucking now, I don't support any racist bullshit at all. That's not gonna fucking happen. So
yeah, it's pretty bad, and it's also, I don't like the fact that the autopsy.
Even so though, you have to be careful of these fucking sources that you guys are. You know what I'm saying? You have to.
Yeah,
be careful of the sources. I'm not talking about her, but Dolly's still a liar. He still had, you know, swastika Santa Claus sitting on his couch. Yeah. So why he's sitting there calling anybody racist is beyond me.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Are you serious? Bitch, are you serious? Bitch, are you serious? Let me say it again. Bitch, are you serious?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just going to say.
Yeah, I got a lot to say. I better just shut the fuck up because I got a lot to say.
I just want to say I completely disagreed. I not disagree, but I just don't. What happened in the past was terrible. What you did in the past was terrible. And
absolutely. I mean, I'm not saying it ain't. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not saying it ain't. Like I said, I still have some stuff to go through, and I can't really speak on it anyways at this point. So when the lawsuit's over, though, believe me, I got a lot to say.
Well, Betty, I just think like it's a terrible situation, and I think unfortunately
Okie Crime News says, "Where's PJ and Pumple Dick?" Oh, I'm sure they're fucking, you know, gaggling, laughing, teeing, and ha-ha, because it's so fucking funny to watch everybody force Heels to dox herself out.
Yeah, I mean,
I
wish she came on that panel and talked.
I don't deal with racism at all, fucking period. But again, I ain't had time to do my own research, and before I speak on it, I need to do my own research. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing with that, bro. I need to do my own fucking research. You can tell me it's bad all day long, that whoever, you know what I'm saying? But until people were telling me it was bad all day long with Zab, I still had to go check. That's the thing. I still have to look for myself before I speak on it. And right now, I'm unable to. My hands are tied.
Yeah, I get it. She's a co-defendant. As soon as it gets dismissed or whatnot, then
I'll be able to speak on it. But until then, I can't say shit about it. But the pieces of shits are still pieces of shits, no matter fucking what. Doesn't change anything.
Yeah. Well, it's not good.
Matter of fact, another thing too, she has her own fucking channel, which is bigger than mine, that she can address this on.
She should have addressed it.
I'm not sure why people are wondering, you know what I'm saying? Why the fuck people are linking me with that shit anyways? I don't even know anything about it.
Yeah, Heels, you better address it. Like, really, make a video at this point. Stop with this bullshit chat, talking. You should have jumped on that damn panel and talked. You should have started a live. You should have told people, because there's a lot of people I feel fucking betrayed right now. That's how I feel. Okay? People trusted you, and you fucking betrayed them.
There's a lot of people hurt. There's a lot of fucking people that are hurt.
You should have just fucking.
There's a lot of people who haven't just read anything. They're just going off a lot of what people.
I read it. I read it. I seen multiple videos. I did the Wayback Machine. I did everything.
Yeah, I didn't even know what the fuck that was. I had to be taught what that was. I'm like, what the fuck is a Wayback Machine? I ain't never heard of that.
See, like, what the YouTube used to look like years ago, because it takes screenshots of websites. That's how I found about
JLR, yeah.
No,
yeah.
Jared's old.
Jared Lysix or whatever.
Yeah, where I found out about his stock thing, like when he did the stocks, when he got in trouble with the trade. But I mean, like, I just think like this is such bullshit, Heels. This is such bullshit. You should just fucking go. I mean, like, no accountability. You need to take accountability at this fucking point. You can't, you know what I mean? When forgiveness begins, when accountability.
If she, at this point, I mean, if she comes out and says, yes, it's me, they're going to immediately strike a lawsuit up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well.
Even if she does come out and say it's her, she's fucked either way.
Well, you know, at this point, it's already known. I mean, like,
honestly, you're not going to change. I mean, somebody that's.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not supposed to be speaking on it, so I'm just going to go ahead.
I get it. But I'm just saying, Heels,
that's why I didn't read any of it right now. That's why I didn't go through any of it, because I know I won't be able to keep my fucking mouth shut when I do. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's really fucked up that you can't speak about it, because everyone's like saying, oh, you can speak about it. No,
not when you're in litigation with somebody. And I called my attorney, the attorney that Dolly says I don't have. Yeah, I called him and asked him, you know, would it be okay for me to speak on this because we are in litigation together? And he said, absolutely not.
Yeah. But I'm very disappointed. I'm very feeling fucking betrayed. And I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. I didn't even fucking sleep last night, to be honest with you.
There's a lot of people that were blindsided by it. But again, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know.
You know, and all these people doing victory laps. Like, listen, you're forgetting the fucking point. I mean, like, you're just can't. I mean, like, I could get into it. I can get into it, but you people are just. You don't realize the reason why I'm upset is because about that young man that had to have his images put out there, and about the family being harassed. I don't give a fuck about, you know, internet drama. I'm thinking about that family that got fucking harassed years ago, and that gets me very fucking annoyed.
Yeah, because I mean, we're against that. We are.
That's a core. That's a core.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a core belief. That's what we're against, and I mean, like, the far right political stances.
Kermit, fuck no. Dolly brings me up every fucking day for a lot of views. Every fucking day. I haven't been on here for 3 fucking days, and that bitch has been live about me for 3 motherfucking days.
Oh, he was live about me. He was live about me 2 times just today.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He can't get views unless he talks about us. That's it. I mean,
to be honest,
drama Queen Bee channel. Here, I'm giving you stuff so you can go ahead in your watering hole, baby. Here you go. Now you'll have a little content. Should keep you good for a couple, 3, 4 more days.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, the only thing I actually.
Oh, but hold on, I want to know where that $2,000 Summer Wells fee went where you said you was gonna have $2,000 for her on her you were gonna donate $2,000. You never did though because you didn't go. Where's that at?
Well, that went to Ghost.
That scammer.
That went to ghost hunting.
Oh, that's at. Yeah, ghost hunting. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
It was to look for his dignity. His dignity has died, so he has to look for the ghost of his dignity.
I'm just wondering how much money he scammed out of his subs for that truck. Oh, he's wanting a new laptop now. He's trying to get a new laptop. I'm like, oh shit, you're following right in somebody else's footsteps. You need a new laptop. Is that one gonna break? You gonna ask for another one too?
Yeah, I mean, like, he's a hypocrite.
By the day.
I mean, this guy literally had like a guy with a swastika on his chest, multiple ones.
Sitting on his couch. Racist, Dolly, racist.
And he went into crime and fashion.
No reason to be speaking on Hills. He's a fucking racist himself. Are you serious?
He went into crime.
Let's pull that picture up.
He went into crime and fashion and called her a racist.
Oh, that must be his new word for the week, huh?
So he's jumping into chats, calling everyone racist. Meanwhile, this guy literally had a guy with a swastika sitting right next to him talking about jailhouse stories. Okay, I can definitely tell everyone I have never had a guy with 3.
I want to better get you back in your fucking car seat, Hobbit.
It's fucking crazy. And then you got like Penny saying like, "Oh, I can't believe you guys called
Why hasn't she called him out? That's what I'm wondering. Why have you not called your racist friend out?
Because she's a fan site.
Sitting on the couch. If you're so against racism, why haven't you called him out yet, Penny?
How about the fact that he spent like 10 minutes or like 7 minutes saying the R word multiple times?
Oh yeah. He says that word too. But you had such a problem with me saying it, but you ain't calling out your own people.
Because the reason why he's calling everyone a racist is because if anyone that actually had heels on their panel, he's going into their chats and just saying you're guilty by association. That's what he's doing, Menace. That's what he's planning on doing. He's basically anyone that ever had, yeah. So that's what his plan is. So he goes into crime and fashion. A woman that doesn't cover, never even really barely talks about Dolly ever at all. And he goes in there. I think the chat maybe had like 70 people.
You know what I'm saying? She talks about somebody he really cares about. So I'm sure that does get under.
Well, we can't mention it for legal reasons.
So, yeah.
But like, I'm just saying, and it's like, it's just, you sit there and these people have forgot the plot. I mean, like, they're just like Gideon, and you got Uni, like he's doing a victory lap. I'm like saying, like,
liar.
Yeah.
Liar, pants on fire. I got a threatening letter in the mail.
I'm just disappointed.
I had to get a pew out.
Yeah.
Bitch, you act like we forgot about any of y'all's bullshit. Are you fucking serious right now? I swear, man. I swear I got a whole fucking mouthful. A whole ass mouthful.
And and these people are just forgetting the plot about the fact that, I'm hearing about this.
Look, I was sick for a couple days. Shit, don't fucking think for a motherfucking second people weren't filling me in on some bullshit.
Yeah, and I'm just disappointed. I'm very angry. I'm disappointed. I'm annoyed that she's never taken accountability for that shit in the past, because that just, there's no reason for a family to be fucking harassed. There's no reason. Even if you think they're wrong in their assessment, fuck. They're victims, man.
Well, I mean, we've watched Dolly and them harass the Wells. We've watched them harass Billy Joe. We've watched them. I mean, we've watched one of them go up and down with the turtle mask on. Maybe we need to revisit those live streams. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do tomorrow? I'm gonna rebound. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna revisit those live streams.
I'm just. That's why you can hear in my voice. I'm just
need to humble themselves a little bit, because
I'm just.
We need to revisit them.
Yeah, and it's really sucks.
Where they come from, because they seem to act like they're motherfucking perfect up in this bitch, and they ain't. So.
Yeah.
As far as that, I'm disappointed. Sure the fuck I am. Like I said, I got a lot to fucking say and can't fucking speak on it. So.
Yeah, I mean, and I was listening to Dietz, and you heard the glare, and Laura state, well, your lawyer allows you.
That was fucking disgusting as fuck, wasn't it? You want to sit here and call people pedos. You fucking accuse Jones's dad of being a fucking pedophile, and then you want to sit up there and act like you have something to say? Really?
Yeah, and really? The woman, like, they don't understand that a lawyer.
I can't with the fake ass bullshit. No.
You can't go on a live and talk shit to, like, you can't like fucking start talking shit about a co-defendant in a lawsuit. I'm sorry, like, I mean, I think like you guys need to talk to a lawyer. I think you need to go to a lawyer and talk to them, because if you think like it's all right to just shit talk, that's why I'm holding myself. I'm a little spilling out a little bit. I'm not supposed to.
You can say what you want to say. I mean, like I said, though, I can't. So
yeah, you can't, but I can spill out a little bit, and I'm just like
litigation, not you. You know.
And it's like, I'm very fucking disappointed. I just can't believe that shit. And you know what? I mean, like when I first found out about it, I was watching the jerks and I was confirming the facts. I was doing the all that shit, and then I saw the 6-up.
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, what really did it for me was they just dealt with their friend pulling a whole fucking scam on him for how long? Yeah. For how fucking long?
Well, they know how it feels. I mean, and
then turn around and do that, just boom, out of the blue. Oh, because Penny said we're gonna support Penny, because Penny said, and everything Penny said is true, so we're gonna stand up. We don't. I think wait. Big channels ain't reporting on it. Well, bitch, if I fucking could, we would.
Well, listen, I think basically the email heels. They looked into it. They were verifying
Who
the
the fuck are
facts.
they to have heels answer them? Who the fuck are they, though? If she wanted to do it, she could do it on her own.
I think I support
And
anyone.
she should, and that's my opinion. But I mean,
that's your opinion, but that's not my opinion. I think they can look up anyone. They can look up at any person that they believe. Personally, I think.
Well, my opinion is Phil should have done it on her own. She should do it on her own fucking channel on her
Yeah,
own.
but
my channel or anybody else, she needs to do it on her own.
Yeah, but I don't think it was the jerks basically looked into someone and it turned out to be true. And the reason why no one looked into it was because JLR is a known liar. It's basically lies. I remember he did a Facebook group and said that there was like a group of people.
I mean, look at the shit he's done. I mean, look at all the shit he's lied on me. Look at all the shit he's lied on I mean, there's just so many fucking people. Like, why would we believe anything that comes out of their mouth? You know what I mean? Like, it's just no.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
moving on.
Yeah.
We'll play this.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Frank and Pam Bearfield Training Center. I'm Captain Keith Sescaleba, that's spelled KeithCzeskleba, with the Hoover Police Department. Joining me at the podium today will be Hoover Mayor Frank Brocato, spelled Brocato, and Hoover Police Chief Nick Durzis, spelled Derzis. You may also hear from Lieutenant Daniel Lowe, spelled Lowe, of the Hoover Police Investigations Division. Mayor Brocato will make a brief opening statement, and then Chief Durzis will read a prepared statement. After Chief's statement is complete, there will be an opportunity to ask a few questions regarding this investigation. Keep in mind that this is still an ongoing investigation, so there may be some questions that we cannot answer. With that, I will turn it over to Mayor Brocato.
Thank you and good afternoon for you all coming today. You know, 6 days ago, our community learned about the disappearance of Carlee Russell, and it sent fear and pandemonium not just through our city, but the entire state and the nation as well. The media quickly joined us to get the word out about Carlee. Our community sprung into action, and they organized search parties, arranged prayer vigils, and they took other steps that I'm not even aware of to help in this situation. The Hoover Police Department quickly rallied multiple partner agencies, stopping at nothing to find Carlee. I'd like to take this time to say thank you first to the Hoover Police Department, our partner agencies, our wonderful community, and to all those that aided in some way in connection with this situation. As the days have gone on and more information has been shared, we know everyone has questions. The Hoover Police Department is known for being very methodical and thorough with their investigations. For that reason, we did not feel comfortable speaking in detail publicly until now. It is important that we share this information now so that our community can be put at ease. So at this time, I'll turn the microphone over to Hoover Police Chief Nick Durzis. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank everyone for being here today. Besides me stands the team who played a significant role in this investigation. I want to thank our department, members of surrounding local law enforcement agencies, the FBI, Secret Service, United States Marshals, and ALEA for their assistance in this case. We said from the evening of July 13th, our focus would be the safe return of Carlee Russell. That occurred on Saturday, July 15th, approximately 49 hours after she called 911 and disappeared. From that point, our focus has been to determine Carlee's whereabouts during that time and what exactly took place. Let me say up front, this investigation is not over. We're still working this case, and we'll be working this case until we uncover every piece of evidence that helps us account for the 49 hours that Carlee Russell was missing.
And let me get this straight. She went and bought snacks, but left her iPhone, her watch, and her wig behind, but took the snacks. They didn't find any of those, huh? Oh, and let me see here. Nada 04, Dolly, can we move on? Yeah, you know what? When he sits and talks about me for 3 fucking days, I'm going to respond. If you don't like it, see your way out the door.
Yeah.
However, through the public interest.
Go ahead, baby.
So she didn't take her cell phone or wig, but she took the snacks? Is that
No, she left. No, that's the thing. She said she's seen this baby, which no one can find this baby. Supposedly, you know what I'm saying? This baby that she's supposedly seen. And of course, that's a major concern. Where's this baby? You know what I'm saying? You've seen this missing baby. Where is it? Or where was it? Where did you see it? You know what I'm saying? Well, anyhow, she left behind her cell phone, her Apple Watch, and her wig. It was all left behind. But they said in a press conference, that she bought snacks at Target. She fucking bought snacks.
She bought snacks.
Yep, and took those with her. They didn't find those anywhere. I'm like, wait now, come on now. Hold on now. What you been?
Cheez-Its was the snack? I didn't follow this because
Was it Cheez-Its? Is that what she took? I don't know. I don't even know what she took. I ain't had time to really watch it. Dang it.
Oh my God.
We'll finish it now.
Yeah, I haven't really followed it because I've been busy for the past couple of days. Let's just say that much.
Bitch Raymond said she sent me a $49.99 super chat. Said just because I can. Fuck you, Dolly.
Okay.
I know that's right, girl. Been dreaming. Thank you for showing love, baby. I appreciate you.
Snacks from the Target items she took from her. Oh my God. Let me look that up just to.
Well, shit, that's a girl after my own heart. I guess you take the snacks, forget the phone. Cheez-Its and granola bars. You got to be joking me.
Granola bars and Cheez-Its.
Would you
Afterwards, she went to pick up food before driving south to Interstate 459 toward Hoover. Police have said after picking up her food order, Rachel stopped at Target and purchased granola bars and Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
And
they were nowhere to be found. Like the snacks and granola bars were not in the back of her car, not in the trunk or the side, or you know what I'm saying? When she All right, let's play it. We'll finish.
Okay, wow, that's odd. I guess I'm gonna read
cracking
it.
up about the snacks. I can't.
Oh my God. Let me see.
In some cases.
Yeah, I'm gonna speed this up a tad bit too. I'll turn it up and speed it up. Somebody, is that your cat? You got a cat?
No, don't have a cat.
Oh, it sounded like a fucking cat meowing or something. All right, hold
Might
on.
be the neighborhood cats that just run around.
Okay, you know what? I bet it is. Did somebody donate memberships? Here, let me see if I can see them on this side.
Yeah, Good Nunya donated 5 memberships.
Good Nunya. Thank you for supporting the hive, baby. I appreciate you, love.
Public fear that this story has generated. We owe it to our citizens to tell them the facts that we have uncovered. So I will give you the facts that we know today. On July 13th, at approximately 8:20 p.m., Carlee left work from a business at the Summit. Surveillance video from her place of employment shows Carlee concealed a dark-colored bathrobe, a roll of toilet paper, and other items belonging to the business prior to her departure. She ordered food from Tzatziki's at the Colonnade and traveled there. She then traveled to Target on 280, where she purchased some granola bars and Cheez-Its. From there, she remained in the parking lot at that shopping center until 9:21 p.m. when she drove to I-459. Carlee communicated on her cell phone with individuals known to her while on her path of travel up to the point of calling 911 at 9:34 p.m. And at this time, we will play the 911 call in its entirety.
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there is a kid just walking by themselves. Oh, hold on. Where are you? I'm right next to the exit 10 by the cover bed, like you got by the net. Okay, so you're before that exit?
What happened? B. Tim, what happened? I'm sorry. I missed it.
Yeah, you got 5 more memberships from Sharon, and also you got one from Rin, 1 membership gifted from Rin as well.
Thank you so much, Ren, and thank you, Sharon. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for supporting the Hive. Okie Crime News. I didn't see this sad when you think you know someone. I just seen that, love. Thank you for sending that. And thank you guys for supporting the Hive as always. We'll do a members live only probably tomorrow or something. You know, we can, you know what I mean, or Friday if you guys want to.
But this isn't, so this is 911 call. She's claiming that there's a baby on the side. Okay.
Yeah, this is a 911 call, right? That we're listening to. They just started playing. Okay, all right. Ready for this? I'm ready for this. All right.
Yes. Okay, were you headed southbound or northbound? Okay, towards Tuscaloosa or towards 280? Towards Tuscaloosa. Okay, and was the child on the left or right side? On the right side. Were they walking northbound or southbound? They're walking towards Tuscaloosa. Walking southbound? Or how old do they look? Like a toddler, like maybe like 3 or 4. Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them? Yes. Okay, are you with the child right now? No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though. Do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there? Yeah, sure, yeah. Okay, what kind of car are you in? I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz. Is it a sedan or SUV? SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry. Can you put your hazards on for me? Yeah, they're on. Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them? No. Okay. No. Do they look like they're injured? No, they don't. Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian? They're white. Okay. Is it male or female? I think it's a boy, a little boy. White male? Okay. So is he wearing clothes? Yes. Okay. What is he?
Hold on. She just said it's a little boy, and she said, is he wearing clothes? Is that what I just heard?
Yes.
She just say is a little boy? Okay. Because you know what I'm saying? I have a hell of a time hearing it when it's down like this. Like, I mean, I got it up as loud as it'll go, but you know what I mean? It's
Maybe I was just thinking if there was able to put closed captioning, but you can't, so it does not help.
I'm getting what is that, Jesse Smollett vibes. I wonder if she'll be charged for this.
I don't know. I mean, Jesse Smollett was pretty bad.
He was pretty bad. Yeah, he was pretty. His shit's pretty out.
I mean, he basically said what was it like? He went to a Subway at like 3 a.m. in Chicago winter when it's like sub-zero weather to get a
sandwich.
I
think he said something about they were trying to like choke him out or something with a rope, or I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, then when they went to the scene, he still had the rope. When they went to his house, he still had the rope around his neck. He wanted to show them.
Yes.
And then they saw like the surveillance footage of the 2 guys that he hired, literally buying the supplies needed to do their situation. Their I don't even know what you call it. Situation. I don't know the situation. But yeah, very weird. But I don't know. I mean, so far, I mean,
yeah, D. Smith, it doesn't sound like it's frantic enough. We see a baby on the fucking highway, thumbs up. You're like, oh my God. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like your first reaction would be to run to that child and see if is he okay, because you see a child by himself. It's just like a dog. Like if you saw a dog that's like a little dog that's just like on the loose on the side of the road, your first immediate response would be like, oh shit, whose dog is this? Is someone just lost his dog? His dog could be hit by a car if this dog goes into the road. And I would think that, especially you would think that same way with a baby. If a baby's walking on the side of the road, you would be worried that baby would be hit by a car, wouldn't you? Or am I wrong? Wouldn't you just jump out of the car and start going for this child? I thought that would be the first immediate thought, but that's just me. And she seems awfully a little bit too calm. Like, you have the situation, and I'm just going by my thought on it. It's by like the voice. She seems very calm in her voice about describing the situation. And she doesn't sound irate or anxious or something like that. She sounds very calm when she's talking about the situation. A lot calmer than a lot of other people I would think be in that situation, I think. I'm just saying that's just my opinion on that. But you can continue. But I mean, people can disagree with my opinion. That's just my assessment. And I am no expert. Don't be silly. We only jump out of cars for men and Balacobas. No, I'm just saying, like, if I saw a small dog on the side of the road, I would immediately be like, holy crap, that dog's going to get hit by a car. But you can play.
Wearing? It's a white t-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper. And you don't see any cars anywhere? No, no cars anywhere. Okay. All right. What's your name? My name is Carlee Russell. And you don't see any injuries on the shop from where you're at, correct? No, but I can't really see them that good. Okay, try to keep an eye on them for the best that you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them. Okay. All right, and do they have shoes on? No. Not that I can see. I can't really see that. Look. Okay. All right, I've got them on the way, okay? Just try to keep an eye on them, but officers are on the way, okay? Okay, thanks. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Pecan Pie said this is why nothing made sense. She claimed to have chased the baby for 600 yards. We all thought she spotted and then called. So wait, she's saying she chased the baby for 600 yards and then called? What the fuck?
So she chases the baby, but is not near the baby. She's just watching the baby while in a distance, calmly making a phone call to the police or to dispatch about this baby that she hasn't tried to bring in the car. This baby's barefoot with diapers, a shirt on, walking around, like not really a baby, but a young boy, because he's able to walk by himself. And she's calmly just staying in her car while making this phone call and doesn't proceed to go out before, maybe on the phone while trying to get the baby in the car. What's the temperature there?
I'd say it's pretty damn nice, but Boston said, look what she researched on her phone. You want to come up, bub? Did I post the lab? Probably didn't even drop
No, you did not. You did not post them. Yeah, I'm hitting the yes button, by the way, for your poll. I'm just making that blatantly obvious, but yeah, I just have that feeling that it's pretty.
So the baby ran the baby ran 600 yards and she's in the car chasing him. That's a super fast toddler.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Like the baby is 600 yards is a fucking. Did she say 600 yards?
Yes, that's a long fucking way.
The baby walked 600 yards? Or did she just see the baby at 600 yards?
He said he ran. She chased him.
She chased him with a car? 600 yards? I gotta read this. What the fuck?
This baby's a fucking NFL star.
Wait a minute. That can't be right. Let me see. Russo. Baby. 600. Oh, that's okay. Traveled in her car about 6 years. The distance about 6 foot. 6 football fields. Let me see. I gotta read this. I'm trying to find the part. Okay. All right. While she was on the phone with the dispatcher about the toddler, Russo traveled in her car about 600 yards, the distance of about 6 football fields. Disease said she told the dispatcher there was a child wearing a white shirt, a diaper, and on the highway. Russo said that as best as she could tell, he was not wearing shoes. Quote, 6 football fields to think that a toddler barefoot that could be, and this is just the article, that could be 3 to 4 years old could travel 6 football fields without getting in the roadway, without crying. It's very hard for me to understand, Sarah says. Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty unusual. I mean, I can't imagine that because that doesn't make sense to me. But, you know, I guess, whoa, okay. Her digital stuff show that she traveled 600 yards while talking on 911. Oh, so she didn't even travel the 600 yards. She just, oh, okay.
That baby was quick.
Oh, my God. So, I mean.
Carlee called a relative after speaking.
Sorry, I didn't know you were gonna talk. I'm
No,
sorry.
you continue. I'll put the link back in.
I know your comments are showing up. I see you. Montana Jade said that baby ate his spinach.
Speaking with the 911 operator. She went missing during that conversation sometime after 9:36 p.m. Traffic camera footage was obtained which depicted this portion of the incident, and that footage was analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call and cell phone data to accurately determine the time frame. Carlee's 911 call remains the only report of a child on the interstate, despite numerous vehicles passing through the area at that time. No one has called to report that a child is missing, and the Hoover Police Department did not locate any evidence of a small child walking down the interstate. Data from Carlee's phone, including her Life 360 app, shows that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following a child. 600 yards. That is 6 football fields straight, 600 yards. The Hoover 911 Center received a second call from Carlee's mother stating that a relative was on the phone with her when they heard Carlee scream, and then they had an open phone line. Hoover police officers arrived on the scene within 5 minutes of being dispatched, and several other officers arrived shortly. They located Carlee's wig and cell phone in the grass near the vehicle. Her purse was located in the front seat of her vehicle with her Apple Watch in the purse. The food she ordered for Tzatziki's was also in the car. The items she purchased from Target, as well as the items taken from her place of employment, were not in the vehicle, nor were they located anywhere around the scene.
Okay, see, I've missed some of this too. What did she take from work? What am I missing?
One moment. I gotta look that up.
I believe it was like a robe or something like that, but she was Googling on her phone the movie Taken. If you get charged for Amber Alerts.
What?
Yep. It's this
Is
guy
this
right
true?
here. Yeah, this guy right here. Here, I'm going to put it in the back.
Wow, no shit. How'd they? Okay, wait, they took her phone from her, like searched it or something.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, I'm a little bit behind on it. So, oh fuck, a robe, toilet paper, and something else. I wonder what the fuck.
Okay, so police that arrived at Russo's car last Thursday. They found her wig, a cell phone in the grass near her vehicle. Her purse was on the front seat of her car, but there was no signs of her or the child. There was food from a restaurant in the car. The police didn't find the snacks that she bought at Target after leaving work, nor did they locate items she allegedly concealed at work before leaving. A dark colored bathrobe, toilet paper, and other belongings to the business. Adding to the why would she take a bathrobe and toilet paper?
Honestly, the thing I put in the back, that's something to watch after this.
What the fuck?
I mean, she Googled the movie Taken. She Googled if you got charged for Amber Alerts. She Googled something, how to steal money from her. It's all right there in the back. There was 8 things.
What do you mean steal money? What?
It's in the back, but it's an MSNBC thing, so I'm not sure you can play it. You know what I mean? I put it in the back for you, though, Tim and Queen.
Mm-hmm.
She had $160 in her socks, somewhere says. I didn't know about that. I went down a rabbit hole with this thing. When we were on,
no, I'm just trying to look for it. I'll be like, more disappeared 2 days ago. No, I'm trying to find the error. Her phone also showed she traveled 600 yards. Okay, I'm trying to see.
they're saying this video explains it. The one we have on right now.
Yeah, so you can play the video. I'll just keep quiet, Queen, while I read this.
Hoover Police deployed all available assets from the point in the search for Carlee. Additional resources were called in to include our own drone unit, crime scene investigators. Numerous detectives responded to the scene. Throughout the day Friday, officers from surrounding local and federal agencies assisted Hoover Police in the search for Carlee Russell. Officers returned to the scene on 459 to conduct a thorough line search for evidence. K-9 teams from the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department responded to check for any sign of Carlee, the child that she claimed to see, and anything else that could be considered evidence in this case. Those searches all turned up empty. Private citizens, including search parties organized by her family, friends, began looking everywhere that they could to find any trace. These searches took place throughout the day Friday and again on Saturday, yielding nothing. At 10:44 p.m. on July 15th, the Hoover 911 center receives a call from Carlee's residence stating that she returned home on foot. In subsequent investigations, detectives obtained surveillance footage of Carlee walking down the sidewalk alone prior to arrival at her residence. She was conscious and speaking with paramedics when she was transported to UAB. Detectives were able to obtain a brief statement from her prior to being treated and released. During the statement, she told detectives that while traveling down the interstate, she saw a baby walking down the side of the road and called 911. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. She stated he then made her go over a fence. She claims he then forced her into a car, and the next thing she remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler. She stated that the male was with a female. However, she never saw the female, only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. Detectives, the male had orange hair with a big bald spot on the back. She said she was able to escape the 18-wheeler and fled on foot, only to be captured again and was put in a car. She claimed she was then blindfolded, but was not tied up because the captor said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrists. She said that they took her into a house and made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. She stated the next day she woke up and was fed cheese crackers by the female. She said the woman also played with her hair, but could not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle she claims was able to escape while.
Hold on.
Wait. Oh wait. Also, I found what was the search history. The search history on our phone was: do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? How to take money from a register without being caught? Birmingham bus station, one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville. The movie Taken. The movie Taken and quote maximum age of an Amber Alert.
Bam.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hold on, though. She said the lady played with her hair and fed her Cheez-Its.
Are you joking me? And then they really said, "Oh, we're not going to tie you up because we don't want to leave. Marks on." They don't. Why would someone say?
Yeah, B&B. The reason why I look it up is because sometimes I'm better off like learning stuff, reading it, than I am listening to it at times. That's just how I am. So I like to read the things to have in front of me so I don't misquote it. And
He didn't believe me. He didn't believe me.
Yeah, I didn't believe you.
Is wild.
I didn't believe Nick, because Nick is like,
I'm a walking thesaurus.
I have to verify with Nick sometimes.
Yeah, my ass.
We needed a good laugh.
Yeah.
So she's claiming that a guy. What happened to the baby?
Prince Harry kidnapped her and took off and fed her cheese crackers in the back of
her hair. But hold on,
kidding.
her wig was left, so they just must have played with her hair then. Like her.
How they gonna play with braids?
Right.
Did she
To the
explain
scalp.
where the baby went? Because she doesn't explain.
No,
where the baby
he left her. He left the baby. He picked her up and took off and made her climb a fence. There was no mention of the baby after that. So he left the baby.
Did he have a weapon?
There was
She
no.
didn't say that.
Listen, we watched this on Blunt Bees. We went over the footage for hours and hours, like Bob and everybody. She pulled over on that shoulder. I counted. I said 600 yards. I guess they came up with 650 because the white lines it's like about 10 to 15 yards depending on the state.
I mean, this sounds like a storyline from you remember that movie, the original movie, Psycho, where the woman steals from the store and then just drives away with the car and goes to the hotel. It kind of reminds you of that.
Is that Christian Bale? Psycho?
No, the original Psycho by Hitchcock.
No.
You never watched Hitchcock Psycho?
Just the birds.
Oh, was it Psycho? I'm trying to remember. Maybe I got the name wrong. Let me try. Maybe I got the name wrong.
Yeah, no weapon, Shelly said, but he had cheese and crackers.
Maybe I was thinking like maybe like he fed the cheese, like he was like gave the cheese and crackers to the baby. I don't know.
I've been getting hell. Oh no, another platform saying, because I said it since day one. I thought it was a mental health issue or something hoaxy type. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I
it was
getting
psycho.
apart.
Yeah, it was Psycho. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was Psycho. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Psycho storyline where she steals the money from the register and she drives away and she just unfortunately goes to the wrong hotel, let's just say. Like, did they check if any money was missing from the place of employment that she worked?
I think they did.
Well, I don't know if they checked if there was money missing, but her kidnappers didn't get the money that she had in her sock.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say, didn't she have like $109 in her sock or something?
I think it was 170.
106. The chat was saying.
Oh,
Why would you hide $107 in your sock?
I mean, some people.
Why would you call it say you see the baby on the side of the road when you
Yeah,
didn't?
yeah, that's a better one right there.
Like the kidnappers.
I mean, who the hell was fucking playing with it. You know what? If I had to be kidnapped, I'd want somebody to play with my hair and feed me cheese.
So the kidnapper left the baby, grabbed her, and then grabbed the snacks from the car to bring with him to kidnap her.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Her granola bars, he was like, fuck right.
Kidnapping is very cardio inducing. You need to get the calories back, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. The money from the work register, allegedly. Oh, it's the money from the work. Yeah, I mean, like, wouldn't that solve the mystery of like money was missing, and then they see his search results, and then it kind of reminds me. I mean, I'm going to tell you a little story. It reminds me of the time where I was cutting school in high school, and when my parents caught me, I made up like an excuse. I was getting egged to get sympathy, so I asked my friend to purposely egg me before going home, so I get sympathy.
Oh my god, Tim.
It kind of reminds me of that shit. It didn't work. Let's just say it.
Right. Well, I was gonna say, see, just like this didn't work. This didn't work at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it did not work. It did not work.
This guy's periwinkle suit is nice though. I like the suit.
Paco said no. Bloody said no. Beat him.
Yeah, I was cutting school. I was definitely. I was basically like I was going to the movie.
Oh, Bama, she's got a good point. She says here, like the kidnapper didn't want the warm meal. You know, they preferred snacks from Target instead.
And did they say? I can't recall. Did they say that? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, baby, it's okay. I just gonna say her Okie Crime News says, but her parents have a $650,000 home, and she steals $107, and she's a med student. Isn't she's a med student or something?
Training or something like that.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. But they made her strip, so the kidnappers let her keep her socks on. I guess they didn't have a foot fetish,
and they didn't want they didn't want to leave marks on her wrist.
See, this is what you know what I'm saying. This kind of shit right here. What we say? Panini. What the hell was her name? Sherry Panini
or Pazzini?
Something like that. Yeah, she Sherry Papini. Yeah, she did the same shit, but it took 5 years for her to be caught. Like it took. You know what I'm saying? They didn't.
Well, I mean, when you literally have a situation where you have the search engine on your phone basically saying, how do I commit a crime? How would I commit a crime? You know,
yeah,
it's just like
you're looking up on your phone. What the hell?
And then it's just like those people that says, how do you commit a murder? How do you not get caught for murder? And they just go through the websites and they're like looking it up. See, this is why you gotta get a library card, guys. You know, you're better off with a library card. You go in. You read a book. Maybe go into a Barnes and Noble.
Oh no!
What?
Brandy's intuitive art says, "Look, 63,000 was raised in donations, and they will not return it."
No, I heard that's not true. I heard that
is it true?
That's donated to a pool. Like Crime Stoppers donate $25K and stuff like that. And if people want their money back, you have to ask for the refund. That's what I've heard.
Let me see.
Well, Blood B said, didn't they lawyer up? Didn't they lawyer up now?
Okay, so I went to Crime Stop. I went to, what is it, Daily Beast. So, okay, take a grain of salt. Crime Stoppers of Metro Alabama said Monday that over $63,000 or more money raised to help find Carlee Russell isn't being returned to donor despite her safe return. Russell, 25, vanished in Hoover, Alabama last Thursday after calling 911 about a toddler wandering down the highway and then appeared at her home 49 hours. Let me just click out the ad. 49 hours later, on Monday morning, Crime Stoppers initially said it would give back the $63,378 donated during the search for the missing nursing student.
Yeah, I thought.
Before saying in the afternoon that the money wouldn't be returned. Before saying in the afternoon, so basically in the morning, let me see, Crime Stoppers initially said, okay. So later in the day, they said afternoon that the money wouldn't be returned. Quote, this investigation is still ongoing, and accordingly, there is no basis to refund any contributions at this time, quote. The organization announced, quote, furthermore, the Hoover Police Department has not requested for any donor contributions to be released or refunded. It's not clear how much of the money has since been returned. Through the group's website on Wednesday, still displayed a notice of award being offered for information for Russo's disappearance.
So that just said both.
No, it said initially they were planning on doing it, but then they kind of reneged on it. They said, no, we're not doing it yet because the investigation's still open.
Oh, it's okay. Still pending. Okay.
Yeah. That's what my understanding is. Well, maybe they just need a little time to figure out what the situation is.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even though it's kind of laughable, let's just say that much, this story, because no one in their right minds would believe the story that you just told. And I'm not victim blaming here, but like you're telling me a woman, okay, I'm going to point the scenario to you. What I understand, the woman's on the phone. She sees a baby 600 yards away. She calls up 911 while chasing down the baby with the car. She notices while on the phone with the police that the baby, and this is nighttime, right? So she notices the baby has diapers, a shirt, and no shoes on, and then proceeds to be calmly telling this police officer while driving after the baby, hoping the baby doesn't get hit by the car, gets out of the car, and then a man from the woods comes out, grabs her, and then goes in the car and steals her Cheez-Its and other snacks, granola bars, and then takes her into an 18-wheeler truck?
Yeah.
Oh, B-Time, he was running along the side of the car. Okay, so he was running along the side. I thought he was in the woods. So he's running along the side of the car.
No,
so
the whole time she's on the phone with 911.
Okay.
And she's on camera riding down that side, the
shoulder,
the side of the road. That's her following the baby.
The baby's running 600. I thought the baby was like 600 yards away, and she's driving after the baby.
The baby ran that with
That's what
her.
she's
Like
saying,
she
guys, in the
was
chat.
trying to follow the baby.
Yeah.
So why didn't she get out of the car and pick up the baby and put it in the car?
Well, there was no baby.
Well, obviously, I mean that would be the obvious answer. But I'm saying, like, if I'm trying to figure out this woman's mind, you're calmly in this car. You could possibly hit this baby because you're driving right next to this baby. The baby could just run right in front of your car, and the baby's running 600 miles barefoot on like grass.
600 yards.
600 yards on grass. Well, like 5 football fields, like
6 football fields, 100 yards.
Where is this, like, is this like, where's the meteor? Where's the spaceship? Is this like Superman or something? Like, is this baby gonna come have like Kryptonium? Fucking go find out this baby from Krypton or something.
And she's driving as she's calling the cops, and then after that, she calls her sister. Or I believe it was a sister. It was a family member.
Yeah, so she calls the cops, and then she calls the cops, and then she calls her sister while the baby's still outside the car.
Yeah. And then she gets out to check on the baby, and a man comes up and supposedly mumbles to her that he's checking the baby. And then he snatches her up. She screams. He runs towards the woods, and then he makes her go over a fence.
Yeah. And people were saying they can see somebody walking up the car, and no, they were just seeing what they want to see. It was the lights flashing against certain poles, because we did a dive. We did a Google map search of it during the day, and you can see all the signs that you can't see at night.
Well, what happens Yeah, what happens is it's like something I told you. Like you're if someone suggests what the item is, or what you're seeing, your brain automatically transforms it into that. It's really weird, but basically your brain is trying to make sense of something that doesn't make sense to it. So it just basically automatically changes it. So what you would normally see is like just randomness. Once someone suggests what it is to you, then your brain organizes it to that image. It's weird, but it's like that. If you can look it up, that's what happens.
One of the places I was in, I see somebody, and then the whole chat starts seeing it, and I'm like, no, that is 100%, not somebody. It's a flash coming off one of the poles, reflecting on the actual other pole, and you can see it. We rewind it and play it, and it happens the exact same. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. But then people saw that.
These are very, very hungry kidnappers too. I mean, apparently they need those granola bars. I mean, did they not like the restaurant? Was the restaurant food not good enough? The Cheez-Its was better? What kind of restaurant was it?
I don't know, but they left the restaurant food.
I would probably, have taken the restaurant food over the Cheez-Its, to be honest with you.
What was her end game? That's what I'm trying to figure out about this whole thing. That's all I want to know. What was the point of this?
I don't know. The story doesn't make sense. I'm not going to allege what her motivations are, because I don't know what her motivations are, but I'm going to say the story makes no fucking sense. And we're not even halfway through the press conference. Holy fuck.
I'm scared. Great suit, though.
All right, we ready to play it? We ready to?
Yeah, we're ready to play. I have no idea what else this meant.
Let's go.
It was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence. During this interview, detectives noted that Carlee had a small injury to her lip, and she claimed that her head was hurting. She also had a tear in her shirt. Detectives also noted that she had $107 cash in her right sock. Out of respect for Carlee and her family, detectives did not press for additional information in this interview and made plans to speak with her in detail after giving her time to rest. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data includes several internet searches in the days leading up to their disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term, "Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert?" was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term, "How to take money from a register without being caught," was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term Birmingham bus station was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. There were 2 searches related to Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches at this time. We've asked to interview Carlee a second time, but have not been granted that request. As you can see, there are many questions left to be answered, but only Carlee can provide those answers. What we can say is that we've been unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statement made to investigators, and we have no reason to believe that there is a threat to the public safety related to this particular case. Thank you very much.
With that, we'll open the floor for some questions. Please raise your hand and I will call on you. Carol.
Chief, do you expect any charges against Carlee Russell in connection with the disappearance and in connection with what was taken from the Woodhouse spa?
Right now, our focus is to determine those 49 hours, so the investigation continues. So to be perfectly honest with you, that hasn't even entered our mind or been discussed.
One more question. Is it surprising to you that the family family has not been cooperative in returning to be questioned.
Well, I think the family has stated to us that they didn't think that in her mental state right now, because of trauma of the incident, that she's not ready to talk, is what we've been told.
Go ahead, sir. Yeah. Question for Chief. You stated that the
Hold on. He said she's just not ready to talk. So she just gets to pull
Holy
this fucking stunt and then not talk to the police about what?
Yeah, holy shit! You just scared. You get. I thought you were Laura for a moment. I was like, "What the fuck?" And Laura's on the panel. Your voice just. I was like, "What? What's going on?"
Well, I had a stomach ache, I don't know if it was a stomach flu, if it was Chinese food, but either way, my stomach was really upset like the last couple of days, and I was like sick to my stomach. I don't know if it's like the stress with the everything. I don't know. My stomach was weak the last couple of days, and so yeah, my voice is probably strained a little bit from getting sick.
There's a bug going around right now.
People agree with me. They're like, "Yeah, me too." We all thought it was Laura for a moment. Yeah. I was like, Laura's on this panel. What the hell? I'm about to skedaddle out of this fucking panel.
No shit. We're all fucking jumping ship here. All right, ready?
Yeah.
abductor had orange hair. Was this abductor black male? Was it female? Black female? White female?
I believe it's a white male. Am I correct by saying that? Was it ever? Yeah, white male.
Is this alleged abductor yet on loose in the Hoover area?
Don't believe so.
Yes,
Chief Brittany Dion, WBRC. Has a toxicology report been done, and were any drugs or illegal substances found in her system?
We have no report of that.
Is any indication of mental illness in this case?
There's been a concern in the community that if this were turned out not to be a true story, that the next time a young woman of color was missing, that it might not be taken seriously. How would you respond to that?
I'd respond to say that we investigate every crime to the fullest, just like we have this one.
Was she traveling with anyone? Excuse me. Was she traveling with anyone since the time she disappeared, to your knowledge?
And not to my knowledge.
Chief, I know you said you weren't able to verify a lot of aspects of the story. Where do you think she went, and how would you characterize what happened to her?
You know, that's the $100 question. You know, we pretty much know exactly what took place from the time she left work until she got on the 911 call, and we can see getting out of the car on the interstate from that footage. And after that, I think she only knows. We don't know.
Well, one quick follow-up. Her parents. Did you speak with Carlee's parents, and why do you think it is they were so adamant that there was an abductor?
Yeah, I think parents are believing what their daughter's saying, and we've had a very good rapport with the parents, met with them on several occasions. I've talked to them today a few times, and to make them understand that we're under pressure from our community, not only in our community of the state, but nationally when the story hit. And I just wanted them to understand that today we were going to have a press conference, and what we were going to detail today are facts. And everything that I've told you today is actual facts. It's not innuendos. It's not what I think. It's not what these detectives think. It is the factual information that we have.
Chief, I'll show you officer WBRC. How much time do you think you'll give the family before going back to college once sentencing?
Well, I think our detectives have talked to the parents, and we're ready. We're ready to talk as soon as she's ready. So, you know, she called right now. We're ready.
You had one word to describe what went on. What would that be?
Ooh, how about unknown? You know, we know the facts that we have. Everything else is unknown at this time.
In the back. What have the past few days been like for you, your department? This has been a stressful search, hasn't it?
Well, absolutely. And again, the focus of the investigation that Thursday when she went missing, of course, the focus was to get Carlee home. That's what we want all. We wanted her safe and sound. And that's all happened. And then, of course, this has gotten to be not only a local state story, but a national story. So, you know, it's a lot of stress on everyone in the Hoover Police Department and the mayor, to every citizen here. We want to know the truth.
As you stand here, are you frustrated?
I wouldn't say I'm frustrated. I mean, I'm very happy that Carlee's home. That was the main ingredient here, and then we'll figure it out. I promise you that we'll end up figuring it out.
any idea about the number of manpower hours or the expense of the drones and all the rest of the search that might cost the city and the state and federal government?
Yeah, we haven't had time to consider that, but it's again, these detectives that are here, this is just a small group of people that have been associated with this case. We have put every available resource that we have on this case because we wanted to make sure that we found out everything. We wanted to get her home, and we have.
Mental health problems?
Not that I'm aware of.
Can you just expand on the people from the state, federal resources brought in? What were they doing exactly as you all were searching for her? Can you just expand on that?
Sure. A lot of the from the FBI side, several agents helping us interview. I mean, as you well know, in a case like this, especially when it goes national, we got hundreds and hundreds of calls. And when you get those calls, some of them may just be outlandish, but you've got to follow up on them because you never know that you may get that one tidbit. And I'd also say too that we had a great cooperation with the family. The family received hundreds and hundreds of tips, and every time they got a tip, they sent it to us.
Would you say a crime has been committed in this case?
Determine that now.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 Summit Media. Question for Chief. With all of the searches that you mentioned, Chief, that were on Carlee's phone, does that kind of give you an indication of her mind state during this ordeal, 48 hours that she went missing? Well,
again, we want to talk in facts, and I do think it's highly unusual to the day that someone gets kidnapped, that several 7 hours, 8 hours before that they're searching the internet, Googling the movie Taken about an abduction. I find that very, very strange. Yes.
Yes. Do you feel confident, your investigators feel confident that you know why Carlee Russell may have done this?
No, we do not know. Absolutely not.
Chief, can you explain for us, you mentioned that while I believe you said Carlee was on the phone with 911, she was traveling 6 football fields, which tells you what?
Which tells me that I've had kids, and I'm sure a lot of people here have, and it's very, very, again, she said it, and I'm not saying it couldn't happen because I've always been one of these guys, never say never, but 6 football fields. I like athletics, I like football. 6 football fields. To think that a toddler, barefoot, that could be 3 or 4 years old, is going to travel 6 football fields without getting in the roadway, without crying, without any just moving down. It's just very hard for me to understand.
Chief, have you used any technology to enhance the video from 459? And did you see a man grab her?
We did not see, from what we can tell. We don't see anybody on the interstate other than her car and then someone getting out of her driver's side. We have sent that off to the FBI for enhancement. It has not been returned.
Do you think in this case that charges will be forthcoming towards Carlee Russell? And how serious of a crime is it to not only fabricate a 911 call, but to lie to law enforcement during investigation?
Well, again, that's not something that we've been discussed since we're going through the still investigation. But people have to understand that when someone says something like this, we put every available resource. Everybody comes together from, like I say, state, local, federal. It's just a lot of work, and the gentleman earlier said frustrated. I mean, it is a little frustrating to think that all this has been done and we can't find anything out.
Did anyone see her calling in from the side of the road when she made that 911 call?
Not to my knowledge.
All right, last question here. Is this investigation held up until you can speak once again to Carlee Russell?
Well, there's a few things that we're still doing, but obviously we want to talk to Carlee as soon as we can. And do an in-depth interview, and at that time, I think we'll have these investigators doing some other things. So
that's all the questions we're going to answer today. We appreciate you guys coming, and we'll be following up with y'all later. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time, Chief.
Thank you very much.
Dude had cotton mouth so bad.
He was freaking sniffing up a storm. Jesus.
He had cotton mouth.
I heard it was.
Yeah, someone's gonna get like him a glass of fucking water. You were sure he wasn't the guy who ate the Cheez-Its?
All I know is if
maybe
there
that's
was
a conspiracy theory. Maybe that's why he's like fucking. He's the mysterious man. Maybe he was wearing a wig and ate all those Cheez-Its, and now he's got a sore throat. Who knows? Who knows?
when he said though that I'm a sports guy. 6 football fields, baby running 6. I was like, yeah, not happening unless he's the next.
Bro, I
future
mean, like,
Barry
I'm gonna be
Sanders.
real for you. If I had to run 600 yards, I'd be fucking dead on the floor. Okay.
People don't realize how long
I don't
that
even
is.
think I could do like a half a football field. To be honest with you, 600 football fields. Okay, no.
I feel like they
600 yards. I mean, not
they mostly have it figured out. I think.
I do.
Yeah, that's why he's saying like
He's trying to give her a chance.
Yeah,
He
he's
better
like,
take it.
we're still doing an investigation. Basically, they have their belief right now, and they don't want to say, a crime is being committed because they just basically they're doing their investigation. And I think they pretty much because if there was a guy out there that was a kidnapper, they would have been like, okay, this is the image of the guy, this is the drawing of the individual that she claims that kidnapped her, and they would have been like, yes, he's out there. There's a danger to out there, and he's not sounding like I don't think any of the police force believe the story. Unless they're the Cheez-It bandits or something, the granola Cheez-It bandits, maybe.
And if they haven't crossed their T's and dotted all their I's, they really can't say too much because they could be, liable for what they said. You know what I mean? So I think they're
And,
just
like,
hush hush.
He said that what she was looking up on her phone kind of gives an indication of what her state of mind was that day. But then later, when he's asked about mental health, he says he doesn't believe so. So what?
Did he
what
say I
does
don't
he
believe
mean?
so, or I don't know?
I thought he said he doesn't believe so.
You might
I'd have to go back and watch.
Selena, you're up here with us.
Hey, Miss Queen, how are you doing? I
I'm
hope
all
you're
right.
feeling
How are
better,
you?
baby. Hey, Miss Joneson.
I'm
Hey,
good.
Boston. Hey, Mr. Tim.
Oh, your YouTube's
Oh,
on.
you got feedback. Yeah, you got YouTube or something playing in the background.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, I think I've got maybe this is it. I just typed in Cheez-It bandits in YouTube and I got this.
Oh my
God.
Oh Lord.
So look, we did a poll. Okay, it says should Carlee be charged if this is a hoax? 94% said yes, and 5% said no. 500.
Look at the resources they went through.
Yeah, I know.
She should definitely be fucking charged if she faked this.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I think what she really did was she basically. My thought is I think she basically thought it was not going to be so big of a deal, and it became a big a deal, and now she's like, oh fuck.
Nah, she knew calling 911 and then disappearing from that car was going to be a huge deal.
No, I don't think. I don't know. I mean, would you really want it to be a huge deal if you're planning you're researching how to steal from a register? And because like my feeling is, and this is my thought, and this is my using just like an opinion, and I'm not, this is just my opinion, what it sounds like in my head is that it sounds like someone might have decided to take money from research and take money from a register and then proceed to plan on disappearing for a few days with an excuse and then come back magically and probably hoping that no one would make it like national news. And then like she would talk to the cops and explain them the story. And then they would be like, oh, okay, whatever. And they would just move on. And it would explain away why the money disappeared.
I almost wonder if her parents have access to her bank account because she wanted that money. I don't know. She wanted that money for a reason. Why?
Hey guys.
Hey.
What's
you
up,
doing?
Buttercup?
Is that really Buttercup?
Yes.
Yes, that's Buttercup.
Holy moly.
Sure, I wanted to double check.
Well,
Brain, you're up here too.
Hey. Not much. Okay. So last night I don't know, I'm not going to say the channel name, but maybe y'all saw it. I thought it was really interesting. So they had purchased the full traffic cam video of her, right? What I found interesting in this was for about like 3 minutes or so, she was actually off camera, but you could still see her hazards blinking, kind of like off camera. And she was sitting there for about 3 minutes. And that's probably when she called 911, was right then and there, right? But then you see her driving, on the side of the road and then stopping at that mile marker and then getting out. Allegedly, this was her, right? getting out and then just kind of disappearing in the darkness. Now, I think that's weird because if this ends up being like a hoax, that's a very calculated thing to do. To sit on the side of the road talking to 911 about a sighting of a toddler on the road. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you're just sitting there planning out
You're
what you're
saying
going to do.
law enforcement because she was talking to 911. Somebody who was around that area could have showed up while she was sitting there. Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm
No.
saying is if she had planned this out, she sat on the side of the road with 911 on the phone. And then she decided, for whatever reason, to drive a little bit further, you know, and then stop her car where she stopped her car at.
Yep. Because when she called 911, that was like before like the turn on the shoulder.
So, I mean, like, I'm reading the synopsis of Taken again. It says a former operative is trying to reconnect with his daughter. Then his worst fears become real when sex slavers abduct Kim and her friend shortly after they arrive in Paris for vacation, with just 4 days until Kim will be auctioned off by Brian Musk. Was her plan was basically stating, like, was she thinking, like, she was going to say that these were sex traffickers and that they were using the baby as bait to get her out of there? Was that her plan and use the storyline?
That was some people's theories, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, that was for sure people's theories because that
Oh
was
my
something I was
God.
concerned about too. Like when this first came out, I mean, sex trafficking is a huge topic right now, right? And like you know, that movie came out very recently, right? So that's on people's minds right now, right? So I think that was a theory that people had for sure.
I mean, but who's going to play the CIA agent in this story?
I didn't think of the
Okay.
movie. I didn't really.
I'm
okay,
admittedly going to say I was slightly distracted while I was listening, but did you all miss the part where she says she escapes 2 or 3 times?
Yeah, they basically pulled her back.
Yeah, those are the dumbest fucking criminals.
I feel like, what's that saying? Let me see.
Oh man.
Somebody's got to say it. That what was it? Harry and Lloyd, Dumb and Dumber, kidnapping her? Like, come on, man! I don't get it.
I can just see him when he picked her up and started off with her. Wait, I got to get the Cheez-Its.
Yeah, well, what about the
Cheez-Its and
baby?
the robe and the toilet paper?
What about the kid?
That's what she was getting
We'll
out
come
of
back
that
to the
back
kid.
seat. Out of the back seat of that passenger side, she was grabbing her Cheez-Its and her granola bars and her robe and her toilet paper.
Make no sense. It's unreal.
I
Crazy.
just want to know. I mean, I doubt that she's ever going to say anything. Even if she does get prosecuted, she's probably just not going to say anything. That's her right to do, to not have to, you know, answer any questions to law enforcement. But I really want to know what her motive is. What was this all for? Because you had a nation, even internationally, people picked up this story internationally. So many people were worried about you. And then your brother, I don't know if you guys saw this, but her brother gets on like a Facebook Live or something like that, talking about this is before like it really got traction, but it was already on the news and stuff. But he was talking like, oh, because she's a Black woman, no one's gonna give this a time of day, and da 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 da. You know, it's like, what are you going on about? So many people cared about this lady and this baby.
Yeah.
I'm
that
just
she
thinking to
said she saw.
myself. I'm just thinking to myself. I'm just, you know, that song Yakety Sax, this music song. You know, like I would play the song because I don't want a copyright strike. But like, I'm thinking about that song while the kidnappers, like, she gets free and it's like, it's like, you know.
Didn't she?
They're chasing her around.
They're chasing her around. That music's playing around the background. One of them has got like a half bag of Cheez-Its or something like that. And they're chasing and they're recapturing her again. I mean, like,
Guys,
it's just fucking.
Have you heard of her boyfriend? I heard her. Someone said, or I've heard a bunch of people say that her boyfriend is 17.
I don't
true?
know. I don't think. I don't know nothing
I
about
think that's
that.
not true. That's not true.
No.
They're saying that she was at the Red Roof Inn with some 17-year-old, but who knows? Like, they also
Yeah, I
said
mean-
that her family went up to the Red Roof Inn too.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people make up shit, and then, you know, it just spirals. And that's probably one of that situation where people are just making up shit. By the way, this is the song I was imagining in my head, but I can't play because obviously I
Someone
want the.
said it's not her real brother; it was her brother in Christ. I don't know, but he claimed to have been her brother or somebody. That is the funniest thing.
Oh my God.
Brother in Christ.
He took that back because he said he was her brother in Christ.
Yeah, but that's a song I'm imagining in my head. If you want to play that in your background, just so you listen
The
to
Benny
it.
Hill song.
What? Yeah,
Benny
well,
Hill.
it's the Yakety Sax song.
Okay.
It's like
Because I kept thinking Benny Hill, so I was like, oh yeah, I remember that
like
song.
the two kidnap. She escapes and they're just running around. The
Yeah.
song
Thinking
playing around.
yakety yak, don't talk back. I
That's
don't know
what I
any
thought
other
too,
song.
Brain.
That's
the only-
immediately what I thought when he said yakety yak.
The only reason why I brought that up, because it is true. I think it is a factual thing that sometimes people of color do kind of go underneath the radar and don't get as much attention. But what
Absolutely.
irked me about him coming on there and saying that is that so many people cared about this person because
Oh yeah.
possibly because there was a toddler allegedly involved. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, this lady saw a toddler. She was trying, she was a nurse. Right? She's trying to help a baby out, and then she gets taken in the middle.
I mean, I don't
what
think you can. I don't think you can claim that people like your story's not getting enough traction when literally like there's live stream after live stream after live
Right.
stream. News media is all covering it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's like a lot, and it wasn't just like a few, like a couple of maybe 100 people watching.
No, it was
like
everywhere.
thousands. It was all over the fucking place because people thought. I think a lot of people thought this was some sort of situation where this girl was possibly lured by this baby. They were wondering where this baby was. The story was weird. It was like, what could have happened to this person in such a short time? And it just that's the situation. It caught a lot of people's attention.
Continues that she failed nursing school.
No, did she really?
I don't know. Unless you got an article to back that up, I'm not going to believe it.
I'm just reading the chat.
I don't
I
care if
just
the
feel like
chat
that
tells
person-
you anything. You gotta have
The
that
rings
person
from
gotta
the-
tell you
from
like
the
they got it from what.
neighborhood.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? I interrupted you. What'd you say?
I'm sorry. I just hope they go through the rings from the neighborhood, because from what I heard earlier today was that she was walking normally home until she got like 2 or 3 houses before her house, before she started limping and getting hard to breathe and all that kind of stuff, and then she stumbled up to the door.
Okay. I mean,
So I'm hoping they
yeah. I mean,
we live in Big Brother. Like everything is surveillance. To even think you can just get away with such silliness is crazy. And another thing that I find funny is she purposely left her phone to make it believable that she got snatched up somewhere.
no, that's not why she left her phone. She left her phone because it has a GPS tracking and it would have tracked her ass down.
it would have
That's true
tracked her
too,
straight to
right?
where she was. Yeah.
But the policeman went through it. Like when you are a kidnapped individual, why do you think that they would not have gone through your phone? I mean, they want to know who you contacted. Who contacted you? Were you any kind of intimate danger before this incident happened? And then you just implemented yourself. Is that the right word? Implicated yourself.
Implicated. How did they get the password to the cell phone?
They can hack through. You don't need the
I
password.
mean, I heard like years ago there was like a controversy where like Apple would not agree to like break access to the phone or something like that.
No, you can just use a Trojan. That's what police and detectives use. They just use a Trojan, and it takes.
What do you
all
mean
that
a
stuff.
Trojan? Like just like a program? Like because I only understanding of a Trojan to me is like basically like a program hidden within a program sent to you, and you open it up, and it just goes into your computer. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Uh huh. So it's.
But how do they do that with the phone?
So they download it. So they hook the phone up to the computer, right? And they use like the Trojan, and whatever is on the phone gets downloaded onto the computer. You don't ever have to.
From what
be
the
in
officer said,
phone.
they didn't really have to do that because she left an open line when she dropped the phone.
That's true too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they just went on into it.
Yeah, Remy has a good idea. It says the Secret Service helped in the analysis.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, the Secret Service helped. Yes, I remember that. It was like an act of Congress to get into an Apple phone. Yeah, it was like a huge deal. Like literally, Apple was like, "No, we don't want to open this one." Well, I forgot. Yeah, it was like a big deal. I was like, "Wow, times has changed." Like literally, you had it all over the news demanding Apple to open this damn phone. And they're like, "No, we don't believe in doing that." And it's like
That's why a lot of dealers had Apple phones for a minute.
Yeah, you got to go back to pagers. Pagers are probably a good idea.
Do they still make pagers?
Well, I'm sure
Carrier
someone else.
pigeon.
Carrier pigeon. Well, they have carrier pigeons in certain neighborhoods. Like
They do
use
have
it to
carrier
warn.
pigeons,
Yeah,
yeah.
they use it to warn the cops are coming. Usually.
Oh yeah.
That's what they use. It's pretty good time and true method. Carrier pigeon. No one's gonna get rid of carrier pigeons.
I still want to, like you guys said, I want to know what her reasoning was for all this.
Well, I don't think you're gonna really find out until like a little bit later. I mean, like she's probably got the parents probably have an idea that the story makes no sense, and that's probably why they got the lawyer to be like,
Gray was live last night, and he had a phone call come in, someone called in. He has the incoming phones, and he's like, the guy said, I don't think we're gonna know anything about this for a while. He's like, oh, I got a feeling tomorrow we're gonna know a lot more. And he goes, yeah, and the guy goes, yeah, and he goes, yeah, trust me. And what happened today? Boom.
I would think it's either attention or deflection from some other crap she's done she doesn't want anyone to know of.
My thoughts.
Okay, it was the FBI encryption dispute. All right, that's what it was called. I'm trying to remember what it was. Okay, some families of the victims' survivors indicated the support the FBI. Let me see.
I thought it was mental. I think it's mental health or just some sort of crazy embellishment for attention or something like that. I can't see anything else.
Yeah, it was like 2016. I'm trying to remember what case it was about.
Here they raided a house yesterday, and in regards to Tupac's murmur.
Oh shit! Whose house?
I don't remember who. I can't. I don't even think they said, but yeah, it's in. But
Was it Queen Bee's house?
no, Queen. Let us know if it was your house.
Queen, where were you in the night of Tupac's murder?
Shit, we probably both listening to Tupac. California knows how to buy.
We need to verify. We need to
Wait,
verify.
are you guys bringing this up because yesterday there was like a video on like one of those true crime channels talking about they were going to the Tupac's murderer's house or something like that? Is that
No,
what
it
you're
was
talking
the
about?
house actually got raided, and they raided the house and whatnot because of it has something to do with Tupac's murder. They might have. I think somebody maybe snitched. Something happened. It was all over the news yesterday and YouTube.
Dang, I was too tired, but I did see it. It popped up on my timeline, but I was literally about to go to sleep and should I watch this? I decided not to watch it because I thought it was just some tomfoolery. Like
No, it's
so many
real.
years have gone by,
I know.
Oh wow.
And they thought it was what's his name's nephew. I'm trying to remember his name. Who's no longer alive anymore. So they, I'm dying to know. Not so when I say dying, I want to know who it was. So I hope they finally find out.
That would be so nice if they did. Then his family could get some peace.
And then Biggie's next.
Oh no, I think he's still alive.
Oh, you're one of those, huh?
Yeah, I know some people that think he's still alive as well.
Yeah. So so Buttercup, I'm getting from you. You don't believe the story. You don't believe the allegations of the story.
What?
About the basically,
me?
basically the
Carlee or
whole
Tupac?
Carlee. You don't believe that the woman drove up, saw a baby on the road, followed the baby 600 yards, called the police calmly, then called her sister, and then got out of the car, and then got a man in the woods jumping out, grabbing her and her Cheez-Its and granola bars, put her into an 18-wheeler, then, basically made sure to bondage her to make sure not to damage her, and then she escapes, and then another woman, I think, came and fed her Cheez-Its or something, and then she escaped again. Is that the story, I think?
It's just the craziest story ever. No, when I watched the video last night, I'm like, okay, let me just wait to see what law enforcement says, because her being off camera and sitting there for 3 minutes, maybe that's the point that she got kidnapped at. And then the kidnappers drove the car up further and, place the scene. But after watching the conference today, I don't even think they think that it's a true thing.
Yeah, Carlee corrects me and says, BTM, Carlee called the girlfriend of her brother's not sister. Okay, thank you for that. When you explain it like that, it makes so much sense. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I mean, whenever I see a baby who was barefoot in diapers in the side of the road, I decide to just, chase after the baby with a car and then proceed to not get out of the car and pull my phone out to calmly call the police and then the girlfriend of the brother. And then proceed to then make sure to get out of the car. And then when a man emerges from the woods and mumbles, I just proceed to just stand there calmly and not freak the fuck out. And then he kidnaps me. I do not inform anyone that he has some sort of weapon or anything like that. He just grabs me and just throws me into a car or something like that. Or something like that. Did she even say the guy had a weapon?
Not mentioned. Here's the other thing I find, well, not odd, because some people wear black on black every day, but she was dressed in all black too this evening.
Yeah. Brongo, Christian, does B-Tim believe this story? Absolutely. This story makes perfect sense, guys. Perfect sense. I mean, everything in the story makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I just hope that something happens, because it's not fair to real victims out there that just things happen all the time, and
Well, I mean, it's like a situation where it could be like a real person could be kidnapped and now everyone's going to be like, well, it could be just another hoax.
right, that's not fair. There was actually a story some months ago that I saw. A girl recently did the same thing where she left work and she was supposed to meet her boyfriend, and the boyfriend was like, she never showed up. Or no, she was on the phone with her boyfriend and said, I'm getting pulled over by the police, and then disappeared. So everybody was looking like, why would the police kidnap this girl? And it ended up coming out that that didn't even happen. They ended up finding her a couple of days later, and she had just made up this entire story. So it's given that kind of thing again. It's like this is a repeat story that happens. And what about Sherry Pippin, or is that her name?
Pizzini or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know why I call her Pippin. I don't know why, because it reminds me of
Scottie Pippen.
No, it reminds me of Pippi Longstocking. But anywho, yeah, but she did the same thing, faked a kidnapping, and she was just with her ex-boyfriend the whole entire time. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is not a new story, and you should know by now that you're not going to get away with this.
Yeah, I mean, it's very disappointing that this woman did. And I'm for the victim all the time, and I always try to never throw doubts on victims of crimes, because I feel like that's just but this story just makes absolutely no sense. I would have to be kind of delusional at this point to believe this story, because it does not make, and I don't think the cops believe it's real. I don't think the parents believe it's real. I think after she said all these facts, I think a lot of people are just wondering, okay, what now? I mean, next question I would say is, do you think she should go to, should she, get some sort of, if it's proven that she actually faked this, should she get some sort of time for doing this, some sort of punishment,
And then they abducted her and just hung out in her neighborhood. And she escaped happenstancely in the woods right behind your house.
Yeah, the story makes no sense. I mean, it makes absolute zero sense. I can't, I hate when people try to victim blame people, but this story makes no sense. Unless new facts come in, and I'll eat my words. If I'm completely wrong on this, I'll say, yeah, I'm completely wrong. Why are most serial killers men? No clue. Probably for baby. Was it? Is that fur baby or a fur boy? I don't know. It's weird to read the thing.
Is this a joke?
No, someone wrote that in the chat. Fur beba. Yeah, fur baby. I think it is. It says, why are most serial killers men? Not sure.
Yeah, it's fur baby.
Yeah.
She might give us an answer.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be looking sideways at Jones, and she looks into a lot of serial killers, and she hangs around chickens. So
She's got that poster.
Hater.
You know, I mean,
Hater.
he's up late at night looking up serial killers and fucking.
Maybe.
And then, like,
Maybe.
literally, I would hit. I mean, like, I would wonder about Jones's search history. It's probably like got like so many. I mean, like,
I'm telling you, if Tony goes missing, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean,
Same
I would
here.
be like, I'd be so worried if I was your significant other, knowing that all the fucking search history you've done on like, how do I dispose of a body? What are the? Like, I guarantee you looked that up. What are the
No,
fastest
I've
way
never.
to? I'm sure you did. You're probably like, okay,
He's
what's
probably
the
on like an FBI watch list or something.
Yeah.
She's definitely, yeah, Bam is right. She's definitely looked up twerking chickens for sure.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, she's sure. She's like, do chickens eat certain? What chickens do not eat?
What came before, the chicken or the egg?
How long does a chicken take to eat an arm?
I don't know which came first, but my chickens love eggs.
You'll be like the Karen Baskin of the fucking chicken world. She fed her husband to the chickens.
Wait, they eat eggs also?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave them some egg whites the other day. Yeah,
she's gonna
they
have like
love it.
300 chickens, and like her husband's gonna go
They like
missing.
Fig Newtons too.
Yeah, she's gonna have like 300 like chickens, and like her husband's gonna be missing, and then get like she fed her to the chickens. They're gonna have like a song about Jones and feeding her husband to the chickens.
Fed to the chickens.
What's up, man?
But like going back to the question of why men are serial killers, I don't really know why that is, but when it comes to men versus women, women tend to do things like their children, right? I don't want to say the word because it's just too awful, right? Like they do that to their children, or they do poisonings, right? And then men tend to be like more on the serial killer side of things. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I don't know. I never really thought about like. I just think like sometimes people just something happens to them and they just go either they're born that way or they just like fucking go crazy over time and they just start doing it. I think sometimes men are just more aggressive.
I think it's
We're more emotional and we want them to suffer.
Women are more like planners. Women are like, okay, you know, fuck you, you know, we're gonna put this poison in there and whatnot.
That's actually fact though. Like women are more planners, and men tend to do things off impulse.
Yeah,
more.
I would say a man is more like impulse driven, like, oh, well, you know, and a woman's like planning. She'll slowly poison you or nag you to death, either or, you know, which is the worst poison.
Fucking rude.
I mean, I'm just
Yeah, I
saying.
don't think so.
I'm just saying. Which poison would you prefer? No, I'm joking. I'm not so good.
So nag you to death. Oh my God.
Don't make me bring up the tomatoes, B10.
You know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
How you been? I haven't seen you in a while, Buttercup.
You know, I'm just.
You ain't
chilling,
never seen her.
You never seen her. Last time I've seen her was like a month ago.
Nobody's seen her.
Oh, seen her. Oh, God. You know what I'm talking about.
Yellow.
Tomato.
Name your poison. Absolutely, Shannon. I'd rather probably take the arsenic than the
Shannon.
the
Hey,
nagging.
get the name right. It's
Just
not
drink
even
the Kool-Aid.
Sharon.
I'm
My
not
name is
drinking.
Sharon.
No, she's talking to somebody in the chat.
Sharon, yeah, I'm talking to someone in chat. I'm ignoring you guys now. I'm talking to the cool people. Fuck you people.
Yeah, you called her Shannon though. You called her Shannon. Her
Listen,
name is
I had a
Shannon.
very long day
Oh.
in
That's an
Midtown.
excuse. Men are likely to make excuses too.
Whatever. Woman's splaining here. The woman's splaining. Whatever. Trying to explain.
They're a bunch of sissies when they get a cold too, aren't they?
Oh my God.
I haven't been sick in 25 years or more.
Thank goodness.
That is not true.
No, I haven't.
You didn't get COVID?
No, I took the vax and I didn't even get sick. I just I didn't even have a headache.
We'll call it the V. I've only had the V 3 times, and other than that, I haven't been sick for 20 years.
The only thing I
Did
get
he
is like
say the V?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just realized what that sounds like.
Falsehood.
from watching True Blood, the TV show. He's got V.
I definitely got the V more than 3 times. We don't talk about.
You never had like a
The
sinus
V what?
infection?
It amazes me people still have the nerve to try to fool the FBI and the police and think nothing will happen and hope she gets in trouble. Yeah, a lot of people think they're smarter than the FBI, and you're not. A lot of people are pretty. I think people don't realize that the technology you're going to use to do your crimes and research are going to is exactly what's going to be used to catch you. You know,
That's
Just
what's
simple.
stunned me. Like, how does she not know that?
The only thing I can think of why she called, because we're all like, why would you call 911 if you just wanted to
I
be
mean,
gone?
I'm telling you,
I
you gotta,
think it's because she wanted this national, whatever it is, attention.
I don't think
It would be more believable if she dialed 911. If she hadn't dialed 911, she's 25 years old. She is an adult. No one would have went looking for her.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Most people would have think that she was a adult and she just left on her own.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would not play into, because let's say there was something like if she did something, she wanted to have an excuse, she could have done that. But that's just my thought.
And also to like further like your point is she involved a toddler. You know, if you didn't want attention, you wouldn't have mentioned nothing about no baby.
It's possible. It's possible. But yeah, I mean, like I remember I was like, I'm just saying, like, guys, you know, get a library card, go to Barnes and Noble, read a book. If you're gonna look up crime, I mean, like this is just a pro tip, like a little tip. Like your search history is very available, but books are still existent. So you can get a book. It's like it's made of like paper, and you can just read it, and you can pay cash for that book, and then you can read it home, and then you can get rid of that book in the garbage, and no one will know that you ever read that book. I know it's shocking.
Cash.
You don't use cash?
No, I haven't touched cash in probably 2 years, 3 years.
I use cash. I mean, I usually keep a bunch of cash in my pocket just in case, but because you never know.
I stop for
situation.
germs.
I also have silver. I keep silver around.
Definitely.
Safe. Yeah.
I know you definitely have silver. Damn,
Yeah.
Cody uses cash. Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, cash is a good thing to have because, like, if you let's see, like in certain areas, good luck trying to tell someone here, would you like to accept this American Express card? And they're like, no, we like cash, please. You know.
No,
So.
you only use cash when you're buying stuff. You don't want people to know you buy.
No, it's like let's say you're going to like a certain let's say a yellow cab or something like that, or you going let's say you're just going to
I'll give you that.
or someplace
Who has
like
cabs?
You don't have cabs?
No, we got Ubers and Lyfts.
I don't even got no DoorDash. Okay, Uber. No. Mm-mm.
Listen,
I use cash for everything.
I use cash
besides
for
like
tips.
paying bills.
Tips.
Other
No.
like I pay my bills with my card.
I think this is
but-
not working. I might have screwed myself because I did mention about the cash thing and reading books. I'm probably going to get a live from Dolly saying, "Look, this proves that he's a serial killer. He's giving you advice on how to read books and commit crimes and pay cash." Fucking
when I use cash,
Basement
though,
Tim.
no, but
Basement
for
Tim.
real, like when I use cash, it helps me not overspend. So like, let's say I want to buy makeup. I went to Sephora today, bought some makeup. I put little cash away for myself for like self-care needs or whatever. And so if I save up $100, I'm gonna go to Sephora, and guess what? I didn't overspend anything. But if I was just swiping a card, like who cares? I'm just gonna put all this stuff in my cart. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're
It's
a
a
serial
life
swiper.
hack.
You're a serial swiper. I got it.
No.
Yeah, I lose things easily, so screw the cash.
I like cash. I hoard it too. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been into this thing like this year. I mean, I've kind of already been doing it, but I from YouTube, I learned this new way of like cash stuffing. And so I got all these like binders and stuff, and like I label them and I put cash in them, and it's like I'm just hoarding money. It's the best thing ever.
Last night at like I don't know, my dad came home from the bar at like around 11, and he's like, "Nikki, I can't find my wallet. I can't find my wallet anywhere." And I'm like, "Are you serious? You lost your wallet again?" He's like, "Yeah." He went all the way back to the bar. He went to the what's it called, the gas station he was at. I go outside with my cell phone. I got my light on. I'm looking all over the road and whatnot. I look right next to our mailboxes, and it's sitting right there on the top of the mailbox. And he's sitting there driving around all town. He had checked the mailbox and left his wallet right in the top with $3 grand cash in it.
Mm.
Yep.
I got a $2 bill in the mail.
Listen, you know what I mean? Also, by the way, I like books better, by the way. I always buy everything in books, just a side note. I don't like this digital age bullshit. Everyone should get the books back. Just saying. I like paper books.
Kick 'em.
I assume that's
Fucking
very
Boston.
important to him.
No, I used to like when I had a chance, I used to be able to read a lot, and I was like, because I had a lot more time. And I did enjoy, I used to read at least, what was it, like three, 4 books a week. And I used to read a lot. I used to read like probably, because I had to be on the train a lot. So I used to read about 12, maybe 1,400 pages a week. From
I think
books.
the last book I read was Playboy. Yeah, for sure.
It's not a book.
I imagine B10 like in his New York apartment, and he has like a wall full of like IKEA bookshelves.
I can't. I like traveling light, so I usually just read it and donate. I just like read it. Certain books I kept for
No, let
myself.
me have fun. Just stop it for a second. You have a wall with IKEA
I don't
bookshelves
believe
that you like made fancy. You know, you
No.
made it look like it's from like the 1920s. And
I don't believe being held down by material possessions, so I usually don't like keeping things like
I
that.
picture a very sterile environment and where he can clean everything, and hence why he's not been sick in 25 years. Okay, no
Yep.
dust collectors.
Every
nothing.
5 feet, you got the hand
No
sanitizer.
tchotchkes.
No, I don't use hand sanitizers. I don't.
I imagine like his closet has the same color shirt in it, just so that
No.
he doesn't have to think about like what to wear every single day.
Nah, not true.
Yeah,
at
we're
all.
always wrong.
Absolutely.
We're not wrong though. He just doesn't want to like admit that this is the person he is. We're not wrong. We're not.
No. It's just I haven't been sick. I just don't. I mean, like, I just don't. Nope Team lives in the basement with his granny storage boxes all around him. See, Clover got it right. Clover's got it right. But I also, basement Tim. I love how that was the one thing I did laugh about. We're switching to Dolly for a moment. I did kind of laugh about the whole image with the clown lawyer. Though I didn't like the subtitles.
I was the one that came up with Basement Tim. Just so
You were the
I
one?
take all
Oh, okay. I'm going to give credit to you. See, no, yeah, you can't fit enough bookshelves. Actually, I can make an actual library if I wanted to. I just don't want to. See, the problem is I remember when I first moved, I had a whole bunch of books. And I shit you not, it was a lot, and it was just too much weight. And I said to myself, geez, I got to lower down because some of these stuff is just too much. Because I read Dante's
Fucking Harry
Inferno.
Potter.
No. I usually what I did was I love fiction books. I love reading fiction books, but I also just randomly I'll say, okay, I got to do a classic literature book for a week, and I would read that, and I usually just random Paradise Lost or
B10, I want you to guess what my life is like. Like what?
I think I'm just thinking of a song. I'm a material girl.
Material world.
I live in a material.
Okay, I'm in my bedroom right now. What do you think I have in my bedroom?
Candles.
King size bed with a what's it called around it, like
candles.
No.
Lots of makeup and a
things,
giant mirror and and a whole closet full of shoes and clothes.
Oh, damn.
Okay, I'll give you this. I do have a giant antique mirror. And I do have a makeup station with all my skincare and just things I use every day.
Yeah, I knew it. I'm sure
you're wrong about the shoes thing. I'm actually not a shoe person. I'm not a shoe person.
How many pairs?
How many pairs do I own right now? I probably own 5 pairs of shoes.
That's not that's not a lot. That's not a lot. I know Jones probably has 60.
What's that bed called though? When it's got 4
what?
Connects
60
all the
shoes.
corners?
You got 60 pairs of shoes in your closet.
Canopy.
Maybe.
Yes. Canopy.
Yeah, I knew Jones has a bunch of shoes. I just knew it. Fucking knew it.
Yeah, my husband has more shoes than me though.
Whoa, he has more. He's probably got a bunch of fucking boots and stuff like that.
Yeah, tennis shoes, sneakers.
Oh, okay.
Man,
What is he,
I got-
a shoe collector?
You ain't got no drip, Tim? I don't understand.
Tim ain't got no drip.
You ain't got no drip?
Oh,
I have
there you
no. See, I don't like, but like, I just. If I
You
spend
got
my
no
money,
drip.
I just basically like I'd rather put my money into like suits because suits you can actually use for business and you can write it off as a business expense as well. So it's usually like a suit is better in my opinion to buy.
Listen, I got 3 pairs of sneakers, 2 pairs of Crocs, and 3 pairs of slides. That's all.
It does suck with the dry cleaning bill, but you know it is what it is. You know, it is what it is.
I have more skincare things than shoes too. I love me some skincare. I just recently got the snail serum. Oh, it's coming in the mail this Saturday. I can't wait
Wait,
to
all
try
right,
it.
we gotta kick Petunia out of the fucking. I don't even own socks. That's nasty. You don't have socks.
Where do you live?
Like, what kind of society have we lived in where people think it's acceptable to not have socks?
Maybe she lives in like the tropics somewhere.
Yeah,
It's
I live in
hot.
Florida.
You don't know.
Well,
Nobody's
listen,
judging
people
people's
need to wear
lifestyles.
socks. I believe people. I mean, I kind of miss the like when I used to watch like old videos and people like in 1920, everyone was dressed in suits when they went out. I kind of want everyone to have top hats again, just to go in suits and top hats, and everyone's in like Victorian like dresses when they go out. And that's what I kind of miss.
What is that snail stuff, by the way?
I dress like from, so like I like just like my religion, whatever. I don't have to, but I choose to like cover completely. And I'm very like traditional. I like to look very, you know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah.
want anything like showing or anything like that. So I don't know. I like dressing like that.
I think we should make it a law that everyone has to wear like suits now to go outside. They can't wear like sneakers and stuff like that, but dress shoes, top hats, maybe. Bring back the Abraham Lincoln top hat. Make people like come be like Gangs of New York. Everyone's gonna dress up like Gangs of New York from now on.
Oh,
I even
Lord.
think people in Gangs of New York dress better than most people today.
Yeah, well, suits they wore for 3 years straight. My ass.
Like
even my best friend's wedding in September, where it's in the Keys on the beach. It's just it's khakis and button down short sleeve shirts, white shirts.
No socks, no underwear, no bra.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh my god.
Same here.
Like this is what we need. We need to bring back top hats and old like suspenders and like bow ties and like
top hats do not need to come back, but like suspenders.
well, we
are
don't
cool.
need corsets. I can agree with you. That can damage people. Corsets are not
Corsets are
necessary.
good. What do you mean?
I love a
Corsets
woman
are
in a
really
corset.
nice.
In the old days, they used to what they have to do is they cause like the ribs to kind of like because they have to tighten
That
them
is
up.
not true. That's the
true.
modern day corset because people are always trying to get skinny. Those are the ones that are damaging. But those
waist shrinkers. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Like Remy's saying, you know one thing they didn't have in the Gangs of New York? Good showers. They had no showers in the
Oh my God, Western days people probably stunk so bad. Oh
Well,
my.
That's why you carried a bouquet of flowers on your wedding day to hide
Well,
your
you had-
stank.
That's what I
Women
heard.
used to have, I think, like didn't they have like a
I heard you, Green.
a perfume purse or something like that that would have like scents in it, or they used to carry like little things that would have scents in that. So because what happened was a lot of times people couldn't take showers, like they would use perfumes and they would put it on themselves or like scented bags and shit like that.
Yeah,
they
some
didn't take
people put little
showers because
patchouli.
they didn't have showers. They did baths.
So we could just have a modern Gang of New York where everyone has showers, but everyone dresses up in suits and top hats.
Or just a
And
bunch
they
of flowers,
shared-
like Green said. You know
and
what I
they
mean?
shared
Flower
the
out.
bath water. No.
No, that was more medieval times where the family had to share the bath water. That was medieval times.
Oh,
Medieval?
Listen,
I'd be going first every time.
I know the routine. The father would take the bath first, and then like I think like the son, and then the wife, and then the daughter. Would be
Oh,
like
that's
how
messed
they
up.
did it in the
I don't
medieval
know where
times.
you guys are getting this from because where I'm from, for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, we wash up 5 times a day and just to pray.
We're talking about, like,
so I
medieval
don't know
England.
what you guys are talking about.
This is
Like,
medieval
people
England.
took
This is-
baths. People took baths. They didn't have showers, but they did take baths.
No. We're not talking about showers. We're talking about baths. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, back in the day, like 100 million years ago.
It wasn't that. It was like it was a few hundred years ago.
See, don't throw the baby out with the bath water. See?
For
That's
some,
it.
it was only about 80, 90 years ago. I'm just saying. You go up in the holler of West Virginia and don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
See? You're wrong. You're wrong as always, Buttercup. I don't know when you got to stop being wrong.
I don't know.
Unbelievable.
Anyways, I was delivered a baby burrito, and I need to get the baby burrito in bed. See you guys later.
Okay.
Bye, Buttercup. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you. Well, actually, I gotta say, not nice talking to you because I despise
Oh
you,
my
and
gosh.
we're gonna have to. I'm just. I gave up on corsets past 2 years and full of Renaissance dress hat and corsets in 105 degrees. Well,
No air
listen,
conditioning,
Brett Sticky Buns, which good name by the way. You should. I mean, like I thought, like there's a couple of medieval horrible things. Like I remember I was reading about China, and they used to have like they used to do foot binding, which was fucking terrible. You ever heard of that?
The F is that?
They used to, but like they believed small little feet were beautiful, so they would from early on they would bind the feet to make like the scrumptium like to be as small as possible. And what would happen is eventually those feet would just not be usable. They couldn't even barely walk.
Man, I would be
And it was like practiced in like no, it was only for women. It was practiced until like the earliest 20th century, basically.
Oh, you caught that, but yeah, I would be first every time to take a bath. That's for sure.
Nope.
I'll just stay dirty.
It's first or nothing for me.
Michelle is telling us the facts. She says, nope, actually, it was not that long ago. Late 1800s, 1900s is when the baths were buckets of heated water was poured into a soaker tub when old claw foot tubs came along. We're learning, guys. We're learning. I think Jonesy left. She left. She's like, fuck this conversation. She's like, fuck these guys.
She feels like she needs to go take a bath.
Queen is like literally like probably fighting her desire to end this live right now. She's like, fucking.
That's the thing, though. Back in the day, you took that bath, but because how hot it was and you don't have AC, man, you're probably stinking again in a couple hours.
Yeah. Let me see. They have bathrooms. Yeah, they have them. What did you think of? I mean, what subject you want to go? I don't really want to, the subject we got to avoid. Yeah, Tupac. What's your story on Tupac?
Not much.
Hmm.
I want to. They haven't really said much today. I'm kind of pissed. I thought they were gonna come up with more stuff. Outhouses. Yes, there are still outhouses, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, well, I figured Graham would know that.
You son of a gun.
Figured.
I have running water and I have a toilet. Okay.
I'm sure.
Don't make me go flush it.
Yeah, well, you're gonna force you're gonna have your husband hold like a bucket of water over another piece of water and pretend that you're flushing it to convince us
chicken
all.
drumstick in there.
We're gonna need live. We're gonna have to do a live.
I know.
That's why your phone barely works. Like you only have one outlet in the house, and whoever's using it, you just take it up on this live stream.
Don't turn on the light; it'll disconnect me.
Disconnect the power throughout the entire house.
That's right. You haven't had those Bluetooth light problems lately, huh?
No, I figured out what it was. It wasn't. Well, I think that was part of the problem. But the other problem was, I believe it's because I had like a sleep thing set up in my phone. So set up for like 10 o'clock. And then, it like you only get notifications from certain things and you can approve things to come through and not other things. I think that's what it was.
It did happen like probably like the same time, right? Every night almost.
Yeah.
That is her husband ringing the bell to signal he is going to the bathroom, macaroni.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ring the bell.
So, what's the what
There's
else?
lots
do you
of
guys?
bells.
So, let me see. That was pretty. I'm trying to think of another subject that is not going to get us in trouble. We can't talk about.
Yeah.
Because we can't talk about. We can't mention B. So let me see. I would say, I mean, like Dolly was very interesting. Him jumping into everyone's chat and calling everyone a racist. That was
Yeah.
very interesting.
When he had a Nazi Santa Claus sitting on his couch while he's in a bath smoking or a pub smoking a blunt.
I did not watch his live about me, to be honest with you. I mean, like, did anyone see? I really don't.
I did. It was stupid. I watched a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like, he really thinks like there's people that think I hate watch. I really don't. Like, I just don't watch you. It's like the only time I watch you is like you start online. The only time I actually watch someone is if I actually like them, and I say, hey, I like this guy because like my time is important. My time is I do not want to waste my time giving like views to people who I don't like. So I usually will watch a clip channel because that saves me time. And then I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And if I have to do actual research, I will look at the channel if I'm looking into stuff in them. But yeah, I just don't. So there's definitely did not watch this. I had no clue. But like,
I watched 15, 20 minutes of it. It was just stupid. Like there's nothing else to say but stupid. He's trying to like say, the hive is connected. It's stupid. He's just trying to.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the same thing. Like you're like just because you're associated with that person, and like that person jumped that you're automatically guilty by that logic. Then like he did have a bunch of very interesting characters on his panel at his house. So that would be very. I mean, like if I called him what the people who are living in his house, the person who's living near his house or visits his house, and also,
whoa,
who's that by the highway? All right. Then that would be very rude of me, wouldn't it? I mean, I'm sure Penny would be very angry at me if I just suddenly referred to Dolly and made him guilty by association because he knew someone or he actually paneled them. But,
what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Carlee here. Carlee.
Sorry,
here.
it was me. I went to check the mail.
Oh, someone says, are you Carlee?
Oh, no. There's my husband's bell.
Jeez, is that the bell that he has to ring to go to the bathroom? Holy moly.
The demon is coming out. Oh, my God.
That's all the alarms around this place.
Oh, no. But, interesting. I did see Laura. I can say that. Laura, it was very interesting seeing Laura and the glare come up on panel. It was very weird. I was like, wow, this is a weird world we live in. Where the glare and Laura are talking. Holy fuck.
I still haven't watched that part yet.
It was funny.
Show us up. Deet's a very beautiful woman, and kind as well. She actually turned her camera. She can't turn her camera on today.
I didn't see it. I don't like the second live.
Very beautiful girl. Woman, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it. I was mostly just like, because I was at work. I mean, like literally, I was at work all day today, and I only had like time to just like you saw the files. That was like during our 20-minute break. So I was like literally sitting there drinking my latte, my oat milk latte.
Was it a debate or argument, or how'd it go?
No, I mean, like I think the glare agreed with the points about heel, but like Laura's trying to like pretend that she never defended Zav Girl and just just wanted to end the witch hunt. So she's already like trying to rewrite history, and you're sitting there like, oh my god, man, holy fuck!
You can do that. I don't understand. The internet doesn't just erase what everything.
I don't agree with autopsy, and then like the glare literally is quoting her. Like literally, I wouldn't be surprised he had like a little book of her quotes and written down the book. It just says, okay, page 233, Laura's sayings.
He pulled out his Laura journal.
Laura journal and just pulls out a quote from Laura.
Laura quotes. Laura.
He has everything on hard copy. He has the binders for Laura. And then just starts quoting her. And I was sitting there, I was like, oh my God, Laura. Just like really. I mean, it's like, bro.
Someone said in the chat that she called him a drunk, though.
Yeah, she did.
She did.
Yeah, and which was very disrespectful because you know what? The glare, I mean, like, love him or hate him, but he's very respectful to people on panel when he's like kind of like just trying to be serious with you. And like that felt like a low blow, like we're gonna call you a drunk.
Of course he is. That's what she does.
I mean, like you guys trying to legitimately, because it's the move with all of these people. Like I remember when Dolly jumped on the Glaire's panel, and the Glaire's seriously trying to ask him a serious question. And he's just going into insults and shit like that. And it's like, I don't know if that's a good move. But that's what she does. She goes for the insults. She's like, oh, you're drunk all the time on your panel. It's like, okay, well.
Dolly was on Glare?
No, I'm saying no. The Dolly was once was interviewed by the Glare about the Quentin Simon situation. Yeah, he went on the Dolly went. I think either the Glare went on Dolly's show or Dolly. I think that may have been the Glare going on Dolly's show or vice versa. I'm not sure, but basically the Glare was asking him about the situation, like, oh, why are you not doing a search? And then like literally the next day he does a search. So he just like runs around the woods. Glare was calling her out. Yeah, I mean he was definitely calling her out, like because like you can't really just sit up there and you're literally defending Zav Girl. You were like literally the only person defending Zav Girl on the internet, possibly the world. I mean, I couldn't imagine there's almost no one defending you and defending Zav Girl, and you were defending her hard, like literally the hardest I've ever seen anyone defend her. And that's history. It's documented in videos people can watch.
She lashed out because she was told she didn't have any credibility, which is true. So,
well, what the Glare was basically saying is like if you have, if someone has a lot of credibility in a community, you don't want to tar and feather them. You want to make sure it's true, so you verify your facts, and that's what he was basically saying. But Laura, I mean, like I would say this. I don't think it's right for you to, even if a person doesn't have credibility, I think you should look them up, make sure you're not tar or feathering them, because you got to make sure all your information is accurate.
Speaking of medieval times, tar and feathering, goodness me.
Are you going to say something else, or are you just saying that?
No. Woof.
I thought you were going to start like, or to say like something else, where I was going to be like, oh, okay, what else are you going to say? You kind of like cut off. I was like listening. I was like, I'm guessing you all talking about the gal who had been defending Zav Morbid, got on Laura and Night on his channel. Yeah, I mean, like basically, like she really has no leg to stand on. It really doesn't make sense to me. It's really weird to see her because, like, the truth of the matter is that she has no leg to stand on.
You always tell us the truth of the matter.
Yeah, she has like no leg to stand on. It makes absolutely no sense because she defended Zav. She said it was like true crime. I'll have to quote her exactly, but I think it was that Claire quote her, and it just made no sense. I sat there, I was like, "What are you doing? Like, just tell the people the truth. Just stand on it. Like literally, how Queen says, stand on it. You defended this person while the entire internet called her out." And you're not trying to like go do like the back away in the bushes, like the Simpson meme, or like like the slowly merging into the bush. I didn't say that, guys. I was just defending the witch hunt. The witch hunt, that means like it wasn't justified, because I believe those women in Salem were burnt alive for no reason. I think they were burnt alive to steal their property. That's what witch hunt means. It's like, matter of fact, just to make sure, I'll Google it. All right, let me see. That's what my understanding of the witch hunt is. Maybe not the dictionary definition. A person thought to have magic power. Okay. I'm trying to see what the meaning was. A person believed to have magic powers. I think she meant by, basically just kind of throwing people, hunting people unjustly. And it's like, they were pretty justified in their commentary on Dav. Who says what the Nini? Are you okay? I mean, what the fuck does corn smell like? Why are you asking about corn?
What does corn smell like? It smells like corn.
I don't know, guys. We've been on here for a while, and my stomach's starting to get really upset. So,
no, go lay down.
All right, we'll skedaddle. Don't worry.
Thanks for having me up, Queenie.
No problem. And I made sure not to.
Guys, you know what I mean? Like I said, my stomach's still not,
Yeah, and I made sure we didn't say anything we're not supposed to.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You guys have a good
one.
one.
Feel better, Queen.
You too, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. Sorry I missed the last couple of days. I just ain't feeling, you know what I'm saying? My stomach's just kind of upset. as far as stuff goes with heels, yeah, I do. She doesn't have a wrench over here anymore, and I asked her to take my wrench. You know, like I said, I can't really speak on it because I'm in litigation with her. So, you know, I do have an opinion, and I do, you know, have a lot to say, but at this point, it's just not it's not the right time. So, anyhow, I hope you guys have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate y'all being here, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.